Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to my very first YouTube video. So in today's video I did just like a natural makeup look and I just wanted to do something kind of more laid back and just chill for my first video because I am kind of nervous. So anyways, that's my intro. I hope you enjoy. So for foundation, I'm actually going to be mixing two because I am a little bit in between shades right now. I've got a little bit of color, a little bit of a tan. So I'm going to mix the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. I really love this. I need to get it in my shade. This shade is Natural Ivory. This is really nice for dry skin. I have dry skin. I personally like a natural-ish medium coverage. I'm not much of a full coverage girl. Sometimes I even just use concealer and I don't use foundation. But today I figured I wanted to show you this mixture because I've really been loving it. I'm going to mix the AOA Studio Buildable Satin Foundation. So when I ordered this off the Shop Miss A website, I couldn't find my actual shade. The lighter shades were sold out. They don't have a big shade range. That's the only thing that, like, I wish that they would expand their shade range because this is so good and it's $1.88. Like, you can't go wrong. So I'm gonna be mixing the two. Another thing I don't really like about this is the dropper applicator. It is a little bit messy, so just be careful of that, but the finish is so pretty. So the reason why I love mixing these two is because they're like the same consistency. It's a very thin formula. The Maybelline Dream Urban Cover, that does have SPF 50 in it, so it does have that SPF smell to it, but I actually like that. So I'm going to just mix this on my hand. My hands are clean, and then I just sort of dot it all over. And then I always use a sponge. I'm not much of a brush person. I just find that the sponges work a lot better for the dry skin. Okay, so I've got my mixture, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm using the Wet n Wild sponge. And I really love it. It's super soft. It does have this flat edge on one side and then the more rounded. I don't know why, but I like to use the rounded side for my foundation. Okay, so now I'm going to take my concealer. I have been loving this concealer. I have a really hard time finding concealers that don't crease really badly on me. Let's face it, all concealers crease. It's just the ones that don't crease as much. So I have been loving the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer. I have tried the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, but it was a little bit too dry on me. But what I've been noticing about this concealer is you can mix it with other concealers and it just, I don't know how it does it, but I've been able to use a lot of the concealers that I have that just weren't looking good on my skin. I've been able to mix and get a lot of use out of my other concealers. So I'm actually gonna do a mixture today. I'm going to use this one in the medium peach. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer. And then I'm going to use the Maybelline concealer in Ivory. And this one is super brightening and I don't know. I just feel like when I do that super brightening look, it looks too obvious on me. And so it's just not for me because normally I am just going to work and, you know, I don't like to wear a ton of concealer at work because it gets really, really hot. I work in the medical field and yeah, it's pretty hard work and you get hot and you don't want a bunch of makeup to be suffocating your face. But today I'm not going to work. I have the day off today. I think we're just gonna have like a relaxing day. Me and the boyfriend, we're just going to chill, watch some shows. I know I'm late to this. By the way, I let this sit for a minute. I know I'm late to this show, but we just started watching Vanderpump Rules on Hulu like last week, and we're already almost on the 3rd season. I'm addicted. It's so good. If you haven't seen it and you like reality shows with drama, you would love this. So I don't do the whole like highlighting, you know, everywhere. I kind of just bring the extra product on the areas that I need a little bit more coverage. Now let's set. I like to set with, a lot of times I like to set with a full foundation powder. I kind of just set it in the areas that I know need it, like under my eyes. So sometimes I will do cream bronzer, but obviously I would do that before I set everything. So today I'm going to just do a powder bronzer, and I have been loving the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. This is in the 2nd shade, Sunkissed, and it smells kind of like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It's like has that really light coconut smell. It's not, I would say the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer is a lot stronger actually, but I really like this. It's very smooth. I don't find it to be patchy looking at all, and it's just a nice color for me. I don't really do contouring. I just like to bronze just to add a little bit more color to the face. And so I like kind of a warmer looking bronzer. Okay, so now blush, I'm going to be using the Milani Baked Powder Blush in the shade, the 2nd shade. And I love these blushes. This one is so pretty because it's got the gold kind of sheen to it. It is so pretty on the skin. And I'm going to use this little brush I got in an Ipsy, I think, like the Ipsy bag. I canceled my BoxyCharm, but I kind of want to sign up for it again. I do the Ipsy Glam bag, like the $12 one, and I like it. This month was kind of, I got a lot of skincare items, and although I do like having those sample sizes, like if you go anywhere, but you can't really go many places right now, so. This blush is so pretty, and I'm going to be using sort of like a cream highlighter. So this highlighter I got off the Shop Miss A website. I love getting makeup off the Shop Miss A website. So affordable. I've found a lot of really good makeup products, and I find that the AOA Studio brand, their in-house brand, so this is like a cream. It's kind of a blushy shade, but I'm going to actually use the opposite side of my sponge, and I just kind of tap into it like this. Get a little bit on the tip of the sponge, and then I blend. Oh, so pretty. Okay, that might have been a little bit too much, but it's fine. I'm going to just put a little bit. I don't like to highlight my nose too much because, girl, the nose is a little crooked, so we don't highlight that, okay? Only a little bit. Okay, so I'm not going to do really an eyeshadow look today because, again, I'm just hanging out at home, you know, just relaxing, but I do want to show you guys something that I have been loving. These these little quad palettes are so good. This one, they're the bite-size eyeshadow palettes, and this one is in Truffles, and I love this shade right here. It's so pretty. It's like this taupey, oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous. And I'm just going to use that in my inner corner just for a little bit of a highlight. I like to do this when I'm just doing like more of a natural look. I'm actually going to grab something a little bit lighter. I'm going to use this LA Colors Shimmering Eyeshadow. These are so pretty. You get them from the Dollar Tree. I just throw out the little brush that comes with it, and I just use like a little brush like this. I have a few of these and they are absolutely gorgeous. So I just dip my brush into it like this, just a little bit on the side, and tap it off a little bit, and then I've even used these as a face highlight, and they are really pretty. They're super intense, very, very intense, but they have like a champagne shade that is really pretty for a face highlight. Okay, so now I'm going to do my brows, and I'm normally a brow pencil type of girl, but I've been getting really into pomades. They are just super easy and fast. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. liner and brow cream, and this is in medium brown. The only thing I don't like is, so it comes with like this little sticker, and it does say the shade on it, but it doesn't say the actual name of the product. And I feel like e.l.f. does that a lot. Like they just have just the brand name on there, which it's fine for the normal person just using it. But you know, if you're trying to talk about it, it's a little bit hard, but it's not a big deal. It's still an amazing product. It's so creamy, and it's really nice to work with. So what I do is I just dip in like literally just a tiny bit, and then I wipe off on the sides just to kind of get the brush hairs together so it's nice and flat, and so it makes that thin line. So what I do is I line from the bottom, and I don't go all the way over to the very front, and I just very lightly Okay, so I line the bottom, and then I line the top, and then I fill in without dipping in again. I just fill in the middle just a little bit, and then I very lightly brush through it with the spoolie. This is the Morphe E29. I really love this for an eyebrow brush because it's got the angled brush on one side, and then it's got the spoolie on the other, and it does make like a nice thin line, so I do appreciate that. And Morphe is pretty affordable, so we love that. So once I get that part of my brow done, then without dipping in, I start to underline the bottom and the very front. That way it's like a gradient effect. And then I will start using my brush and just, you know, kind of make little strokes upward. Very lightly brush through. I don't usually clean my eyebrows up with concealer, but if I feel like they're just not looking how I want them, I usually will clean them up with the foundation that I use, because I find with my dry skin, if I layer up too much concealer on top of each other, it just looks dry. So when I clean them up with my foundation, it seems to look a little bit better on me. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how the brows turned out, so I'm just going to set them now. I really love to use a brow gel that has the little fibers in them. So the one I've really been liking lately is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boost In Set, and I believe this is light brunette. And I love this because the spoolie is so tiny, like it combs through your brows so easily. The best way I can explain a brow gel is it being a mascara for your brows. So if you want to use a clear brow gel, that's just going to set them, kind of brings your hairs all together so they look a little bit thicker. And if you wanted to use one with the fibers in it, like I do, it adds that volume that I don't have because I tweezed my brows off. Okay, it was the thing in the early 2000s and I got sucked into it. So now I'm suffering from it and I have to fill in my brows, but it's fine. So anyway, I'm gonna brush through, and I kind of start in the thickest part of my brow, and then I work my way to the front. And then I'm going to dip in again for the other side. When I first started using this, I was petrified, and so I wiped off most of the product and then went in, but now I've kind of gotten used to it and I just go right in. Now that the lips are lined, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild High Shine lipstick. These are so pretty. This one is in the shade Mad for Mauve, and these are gorgeous. If you like lip glosses, this is basically a lip gloss, a pigmented lip gloss, just in a lipstick formula. So for mascara, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara. This is so good. It reminds me a lot of the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volumizing Mascara in the orange tube because it's got the like silicone, I think they're called, bristles, and it's just really good at separating. It also holds a curl really well. I don't normally curl my lashes, mainly because I usually forget and I'm just usually rushing to get ready for work or rushing to get ready for something. So I usually just go in with the mascara. Okay guys, I think that's about it. I'm not gonna use setting spray today because like I said, I'm just gonna chill at home. We're gonna watch some shows, relax, probably eat junk food. I go back to work tomorrow, and so yeah, that's kind of like our thing on Sundays. We just like to chill and you know, prep ourselves for the week ahead. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if there's any videos that you want to see from me, and Also, let me know if, you know, there's anything that I can change. Constructive criticism I'm open to. Just be kind. And yeah, I love you all. Stay safe.